Good evening. Good evening, everyone. It is I, 𝗀𝗂𝗿, the soul alchemist, coming to you from Caulfield. Sometimes we are in an airport, sometimes we are in Europe, sometimes we are in Greece, and sometimes we're home in Caulfield. I guess that home is where your suitcase is. So yes. So back in Melbourne. Hi Amanda, hi Nazir. Not sure who is here on Facebook. Say hello. Back at home. Very loving home, I must say. Very energetic home, I must say. Amanda, are you back or not? Or when are you back? And now you're back. I'll just give it another minute or so. So how are we going? How are we doing? The end of school holidays. The end of a lot of things that are happening. We are allowing ourselves to be and to see how and what is happening. Are you feeling a little bit grounded? Or are you feeling that the energies are a little bit stuck or in the flow? Hey Louisa, just spoke to Daniel. Very good. I'm not sure if I can see any comments from the page, The Soul Alchemist. Can you please say hello if you see me or hear me? And that will be awesome. I'm not sure. So, how have you been and what's been happening? And I hope that you had a very good week. The energies are pretty challenging. So, as we have commenced and started the gateway of the 7th of the 7th, a few days ago, which was Amin is watching. Hi Amin, 𝗀𝗃𝗿𝗄𝗵. That's it, thank you, I can now see it. So since we've started the energy gateway of the 7th of the 7th and until the 8th of the 8th, we are in a very challenging times. We are enabling ourselves to actually let go and let God and release a lot of negative energy. The subject that I wanted to discuss today is about, Amanda, can you write something, please, if you were there? The subject I would like us to discuss today is perception, abuse, and self-sabotage. And the reason that I want to discuss that is, do you feel that when you have a different perception of a situation, you are actually sabotaging yourself, sabotaging a situation, sabotaging relationship, and not allowing ourselves to really do what you want to do in a way that will enable you to grow and to be successful in everything that you want? Do you feel that, Amanda, did you write something? Or someone, can you write something, please? Because I'm not sure if it's watching or not. So basically, when we are connecting to that part of self-sabotage, we are harming ourselves, we are harming the people around us, because we are, hi Helen, we are actually stopping the flow in our life. We are stopping everything that we want to do and everything that things needs to be shifted. How does that happen? There is something that triggers us, and that trigger as well, I'm writing about it in my book, 28 Lessons in Self-Mastery. One of the, well, there are a few things there, but triggers and things that makes you go, So what are the triggers that triggers you? What are the stresses that start? Some people have a connection. And when there is a connection, yet something triggers, Remember how I always say to you, if someone reminds you of someone else, was it a good thing or not? Do you like that other person or not? As you are connected to the energy of hi Kate, hi Francis, hi Charmaine, when you are connected through, I don't think I can see any of the comments on Instagram. Can anyone from Insta just say hello to me? Because I can't see any of that. It's pretty annoying. I'll say here, hi. I'm sorry, that's what happened when you broadcast from two phones together. Oh, thank you. That's okay. That's good. So basically thank you so much. So basically what is happening is that you're achieving a point, but then suddenly you step into a landmine or a field mine, and then something happening and you start to harm yourself and harm the people around you. So say with abuse, because the heading of this week is perception, abuse, and self-sabotage. In many of the cases of abuse, when people have got physical, emotional, mental, sexual abuse, what had happened to them, they might have been strong enough to say no to the other person and to stop it. And so they did this, but then what they do, they actually put the sabotage on themselves. When we are strong enough to stop the sabotage from others, more than 80% of the cases will start to sabotage themselves. So let's say you say to yourself, let's say alcohol or sugar, very common sugar. You don't want to drink outside, or you're trying to keep your certain weight or not to have too much sugar in your system. When nobody sees, then you're doing it quietly. It's the quiet binging. It's the quiet addiction. When you don't want to go shopping outside, you do the shopping inside. But you can't afford it, so what do you do about it? When someone has harmed you physically, you will harm yourself. You will actually create that pain to re-feel it. Unfortunately, I had once a client, and she has had a severe sexual assault, severe. And unfortunately, because it happened in a young age, unfortunately, the only time that she could feel that thrill, sadly again, she had to have relationship created in a very rough way, in an intimate way, in order for her to actually feel something. So people are trying to replicate, but that replica comes from the trauma. So one of the main things that we can do is actually to be aware of it. And once that you are aware of it, which is an amazing stage, you can actually decide that you are stopping. How will you stop it? One might ask. How will you stop that self-abuse? Is one, by awareness, and two, by creating an action plan. The action plan is to discuss it, is to say, is to feel, is to actually own it and say, I've realized that that's what I'm doing. I've realized that that's what's happening to me, and I really don't like it, because not only I'm harming myself, I am harming other people around me. So then, when we can actually clear the triggers, that has done it, to realize it wasn't your fault. And the very big ego trap that is happening is that you are blaming yourself, and you're saying, how did I not stop it? How did I not see it? How did I not change it? You couldn't. You were trapped, you were hidden, and you couldn't. And this is where the trap is. The trap is, I could have, I should have, why didn't I would have. This is where we fall, darling ladies and gentlemen. How many times did you blame yourself? And I want to see a like or a comment. How many times did you blame yourself for being tricked by someone else? I know I did. I could have, I should have, I would have, but I couldn't. I couldn't. I was tricked into it. I was lured into it. My big heart allowed me to fall. But do I really want to? Exactly right, exactly right. And especially when you're an empath, you are trying to allow yourself to just say, oh yeah, I'm easygoing, let's go, let's do, let's this. That cost me once most of my savings. Oh, Sharon, I will just da-da-da-da-da. Effing bullshit. Has been fallen. But you live and learn. Will I stop? Nah, maybe not. But I will try. So as you are connected, is it really worth it? Am I really doing it? I have tried very hard to say no. Charmaine, saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. My question is, why is it easier to say yes to others than to yourself? What do you do, and why aren't you worthy enough to say yes to you? And don't tell me that on paper you do that. Sure. But action. Do you actually say that? Do you actually do that? Tell me. Sorry, even though it's probably freezing outside, this is tropical Caulfield. My house is warm. Even the cat is sitting there. Want to see the cat? Want to see a beautiful princess? Let's see. This is my meditating cat. So basically, one of the secrets to stop it is to be in thrive. One of the secrets to stop it is to be connected to who you are and what you are. Do you allow yourself to thrive? Do you allow yourself to feel, or do you feel worthy to who you are and what you are? Because when you're not, you're actually overcompensating to try to make someone else happy, but you are suffering. It's about learning to receive. Here, the 3 empaths are writing. I think when you constantly give, then you forget to receive, because I think I'm being selfish, because I like the feeling of helping people. Yes. So when someone tells you, lend me a hand, do you actually cut your limb off and give them the hand? What will they do with the limb? You give them a hand and you take it back. It's connecting to you. So what I'm saying is give, but give in moderation. Give in a way that will not harm you. Give it in a way that you will still be supported and you won't be drained. To be honest, today I got a phone call from potentially a client, but he already rang me about 10 times. 10 times. And every time I listen, I'm trying to see what is it, how can I support, how can I help? I'm giving a quick help, thinking, would you like to book a session? I'll think about it. And then I'll think about it, right? And again, and today I got another phone call. I said to him, listen, you don't need to think about it. You're either doing it or not. You're actually calling me on my free time and you are draining my energy because you're crying for help. I'm offering you the help. I'm offering you first aid as well, right? But then you are draining my energy, telling me what it is, but not doing anything about it. So don't ask for my help, okay? And I'm the one who will help everyone that actually need the help. I will do it freely. If someone needs an emergency, not a problem. But you cannot drain my energy. Because if it's an emergency once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then it's not an emergency anymore. Then it's an energy vampire. Does that make sense? So say no to energy vampires. And sometimes you offer help, I offer help, it's not a problem. And it's all, this video help you, you're welcome, darling heart. It's always about give and take. You can give, but if you're not receiving, what are you? A martyr? A charity? What are you? What is written here? And sometimes it can say here, an idiot. An idiot. Because if you are drained, the dark side has won. I don't care about the people. I don't care about, it's not about the people. It's the energy. That if you are drained, you're gone. Who will replenish you? Oh, who will that be? You. It's not just a pushover, Charmaine. Pushover is like you're putting yourself down. No. If it suits you, do it. If it doesn't, don't. You know, if you're saying, this afternoon, I am going to help whomever I can. The amount of time that I buy Gatorade or hydrolytes or whatever to people who are out, or I go to the supermarket, I say, I will not give them money for drugs. I won't. I won't judge them. You can do what they want, but I will not bring people money for drugs. So I get them. I ask, what would you like? A chocolate bar, protein bar, big whatever it is, I'll get it for them. No worries at all. But don't let this energy, if you're giving someone money with kind heart and then they go and buy drugs, you've enabled that. Judge it or not, I will not be a part of it. So what part do you want to be in someone's empowerment? It is about you empowering the people around you. And yes, Ebb, family can do that. Okay? But how do you recognize, Kate, that they are vampires? That's the problem, that people then fall into that. Hi, Vali. Hi, Ni. Konnichiwa, Haruka. Bird. So, Ab, tell me about what does family do? Why does family then have an extra right to do it? Why does family has an extra excuse to do it? Why? Do they have entitlement on you? What do they own? Your right arm, your left arm? It's their perception. It's their expectations. It's their assumption. And now, Charmaine, you are a pushover if you're doing it without the other person actually making a difference. If you are trying to make a difference in someone else's life, if you want to make a difference in someone else's life, right? What can you do? Show them the way. You can tie their shoelaces once or twice. Afterwards, they're lazy, they're not doing it. Right? Show them how to fish rather than just feed them with the fish. So how can we empower ourselves while we are protecting our energy and stopping the self-abuse? If you are now drained, you abused yourself because you knew it. You went into it knowingly. How many times you actually look at the phone, you're saying, oh, fuck, can't be bothered. Excuse my language. How many times like, oh, I know it's going to be a drainer. I know I'm going to be tired. I know it's not going to fill me up. Press. I'll call you later. Do not answer. I have the most beautiful friend. Ayuni. I have the most beautiful friend, but every time we go for an hour, tack, 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 regulars, and they all love her. And it's like, do I get quality time with her? I'm like, just fucking take it. All right. Tack, 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 tack. Yalla, bye. See ya. I'm like, people are connected like this. I try that if I'm spending time with someone, unless it's like work, unless it's like something emergency, if it is work time, then I get it. If I know that a client of mine or a close friend is actually in need, then I will call, assess the situation, and then I can see what I can do about it. That can be done in a minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. And if it's your private time, no. And if you're at work and someone is calling you, is your boss paying you to speak with someone private while you're working? I don't think so. Hi, Sue Cheng. Is your boss paying you to speak private chats while you are working? I don't think so. So you're actually taking someone else's call that will drain you, and you're going against your own values and morals. Well, fancy that. Do we have teachers in the crowd? Do we have like yoga? Yesterday, I had a yoga teacher client. She's like, oh, I'm feeling so drained and da. I said, so what? If you're in the middle of a class, are you going to answer it? No. So that's it. That is it. So how can you stop the self-abuse? Is by setting boundaries. The boundaries are protecting you. Saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. But what kind of no and what kind of yes? Okay? However, if a friend calls you and says, let's go for a walk, and you're just being lazied around or a bit tired, saying yes to them is saying no to the depression. Is saying no to the anxiety. Is saying no to the binging. But you are saying, yes, let's go. Let's move it. Let's shift it. So as long as the situation has shifted, how many of you have addictive personality? They drink too much, they eat too much sugar or salt, or they gamble or shop, or porn, sex, electronics, fat fried food, whatever it is. If you have an addiction, if you have a tendency to overdo, it's time to pull back. How will you pull back? By aligning yourself and saying, does that serve my highest good? Does that help me to connect to what I need? So drinking and smoking is about hiding with your heart, with your lungs, with your energy. It's about you to connecting to your higher self. And as you are connecting to your higher self, what do? As one connects to the higher self, all the cravings are gone. This contentment, this satisfaction, this alignment, I'm sorry, I'm reading one of your comments. Alignment is coming and nothing moves you, right? So I know that when I am in a focused head of setting a goal, I'm there. Nothing. If I don't set the goal, it's willy-nilly. You can go here, you can go there, there's no problem. So that's why you must clarify. What do I want? What do I need? What would I like? So when you're saying, what do I need? This is survival. I need shelter. I need certain little things, right? It's a need. What do I want? You're starting to dream. You are in revive. You're starting to dream. You're saying, oh, I would like, or I would love. That's what I want. But today, when you are in the buffet of life, what will it be? How will your thrive look like? How will the energy that makes you happy will look like? And this is what it is. Any questions so far? How do you do that? Very simple. Do you have any questions? When you do the drinking and the smoking, it is affecting your liver, your lungs. I can talk to you for a whole hour. Actually, it is in my book, 28 Lessons in Self-Mastery Addiction. I actually started to teach my course this week, and I love it, and it's very beautiful, and I have a nice bunch of people, and we're going through, and we are slashing the chapters. So it's funny, I usually teach 7 chapters in one sitting, but after cutting the cords, everyone was like, which is the 6th one, everyone was like, oh my God. Because this is an interactive book, interactive course, and we are really making a difference. So, any questions? No. Okay. So, are there many empaths that are ADHD? ADHD, from my point of view, is trauma adaptation. So as an empath, you feel a lot, and that's why we have the pendants. That's why we have the pendants, right? And because one of you has incurred a lot of traumas, what happens is we are compartmentalizing and we are putting them in little boxes. And those boxes are what helping us to actually overcome stress in the body. And as you are connecting to your higher level, you are moving from survive to thrive. But you won't be able to deal with that if you were putting everything together. So you have to box it. So that's why it seems as if people are just doing one thing at a time, or they can't actually think about something else. This is where you need to allow yourself to connect through the love, through the heart, through the energy that brings the joy to what you want and what you need. Does that make sense? I've actually reflected today, and the elixir that I wanted to recommend for you today is I Am Present. And it's restoring our self-love and sense of hope in oneself, overcome the intense spiritual struggle and the pain associated with the day-to-day life, and reminder that you are a gift. That's why I call it I Am Present. So you're being present. If you have an alcohol, I don't want to say addiction, but the need, I am present to restore our self-love and sense of hope in oneself, overcome the intense spiritual struggle and the pain associated with day-to-day life, remind and reconnect to ourselves as a gift. So what's the point? Have you ever asked yourself, what's the point of getting up in the morning and seeing people or friends? What's the point of trying? What's the point of even eating? I'm no good for anything or anyone. There is no hope whatsoever. So here's the affirmation that I have written. Hi, Namile. Here's the affirmation. This is as well for people who have a little bit of obsessive compulsive and they need to work. They are a bit workaholic. That will calm it down. Blame and shame on oneself. The violence is directed inwards as a form of self-punishing. Indulgence that damages their health. Alcoholism absorbed as self-indulgence. And there is no self-grandeur, nothing. They basically hate themselves because it's misfortune and stupefaction, morose, indifference, unconsciousness. Lights are on, but nobody's home. And that's another part of it. It's an empty shell person. And this is what has been mixed in this, to wake it up, to get out of that plastic state of mind, right? They have nothing to lift them from the grief. And there is no sense of hope whatsoever. Destructive on all level. What do you reckon? Should I go in the city and give them that? Because that's what they need, right? Distraction, emotional will to live is destroyed. They feel defenseless of the physical body and they're unable to get up into life. They are severely depressed and debilitated. So, here, let me take this and we'll do the affirmation. Would you like to do the affirmation? And that will be the live love. And you can get 10% off when you press today. If you want to buy it, that's what it is. So I am present. Say with me if you want. Even though there is no hope in my life, and I have been hit time after time, and I feel so low, I now choose to lift myself up and remember all my amazing gifts. By taking this elixir, I am now 100% restoring and aligning as I am on all levels and dimensions. I now choose to be alcohol-free or any other addiction and love life again. It is safe for me to be part of society. It is safe for me to be part of society. I would happily go and donate a few of them to some homeless people or depression with pleasure. I'll do that. But people need to want to take it because this is like cellular. Okay? Any questions? So I am present. That's the one. Now, oops, just knocked everything off. Who would like a reading? So Facebook and Instagram, say me if you want a card. Me. Who wants a card? From my own deck of cards, from Survive to Thrive by yours truly, that gives you information about survive, revive, and thrive. Okay. Facebook are first, and then Insta. All right, so let me just shuffle. Well, they were, imagine where these cards has been together with their mama. Okay. Yes, Gina, you'll be first. Let's do. All right. Amazing. Let's do that. Anyone else would like a card? Who else is here? All right, Gina, the card for you is... Gina, the card is lack of awareness. Hi, Leah. Mwah. Hope you're well, darling heart. I now choose, Gina, I now choose to raise my vibration and be aware of all that's around me. I now choose to raise my vibration and be aware of all that's around me. Okay, Charmaine, the card for you is stressed. Charmaine, are you stressed? I need you to say, I am now cool, calm, and collected. I am now cool, calm, and collected. Okay? Amin, Ruby. I'll put the post soon. Amin, the card for you is lightening up. Lightening up. I am now willing, ready, and able to be in joy. I am now willing, ready, and able to be in joy. Anyone else here? Are you with Oz? Let me give you a card for Oz. For Oz, I am a light worker. For Ozlem, I'm a light worker. My body is in its perfect expression. Each of my cells and every strand of my DNA are now in ultimate vitality. Brilliant. We're moving that. Next, Leah, card for you. Leah, are you feeling stuck? I wouldn't be surprised, my love. I am free from any sticky situation. I now choose to fly. I am free to fly. Remember, you are free to fly. You can do it. Kate, the card for you is role model. The card for you is role model. I am now willing, ready, and able to be a positive example. I am now willing, ready, and able to be a positive example. Amanda, just for you, or do you have there another person? Francis, the card for you is security. Francis, the card for you is security. I am now secure on all levels and dimensions, no matter what. I am now secure on all levels and dimensions. My card, thank you, Francis, for asking me, is purposeful. I am now willing, ready, and able to act upon my true calling and my clear purpose. I am now willing, ready, and able to act upon my true calling and my clear purpose. Amen. Beautiful. If anyone more from here, let me know. If not, moving here, Sue Chang. The card for you is coming into the light. You're welcome. Coming into the light, Sue Chang. I am now part of the Universal Light Collective family. I am now part of the Universal light collective family. Amanda, Özlem, did you just hear your card or do I need to read it again? Amanda, the card for you is communication. I wonder if you need it. Communication. I am now willing, ready, and able to express my emotions in a constructive way. I communicate in a higher form of love. I communicate in a higher form of love. Amy, the card for you is fulfilled. Fulfilled. I am now willing, ready, and able to live in my fullest expression of myself. I am now willing, ready, and able to live in the fullest expression of myself. Özlem, did you hear your card or not? One more. Habibti, inner beauty. So, Oz, the card for you is I am now willing, ready, and able to shine my light inside and out. To shine my light inside and out. Okay, so one more. That's for everyone. Have you been furious? Have you been angry a little bit? The liver has been a bit inflamed? Let's all say that. Did you know that anger, 3 minutes of anger debilitates your immune system for 8 hours? 3 minutes, 8 hours, not worth it, right? So I now understand that anger hurts me. I now choose to let it go and replace it with love. Okay? Helen, the card for you is integrity and clarity. I am now willing, ready, and able to be truthful to myself and others. My heart is open and clear. Anyone else, anyone else, anyone else? Just before we go. So, in summary, Ashley, in summary, what's been happening is any misperception, abuse, and self-sabotage are just a way for us to stop from saying no. We need to say no to others and yes to ourselves. If you love yourself, or when you love yourself, you will not do half of the things that you do. Ashley, the card for you is burdened. Say with me, I now let go of the heavy burden. I feel light and free. I now let go of the heavy burden. I feel light and free. And the card, again, the final card for all of us is ultimate love. Learning to love yourself. It is the greatest. Say with me, I am now willing, ready, and able to create new pathways of love, joy, and happiness. Of love, joy, and happiness. And the card here, because it came together, look at this. What was the last word here? Happiness. Happiness. I am now willing, ready, and able to have happiness in my life. I am happiness. So if you will tell yourself that you're happiness and you're awesome and you're amazing, that's what you'll be. If you say, oh, you won't. That's what you will be. Leonie, just because. You scattered. Leonie, please collect yourself. I now collect all my scattered pieces and move into clarity. I am united within myself. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wishing you a very good week, a very good night. Feel free to share this live. I'm here for you. Amazing times coming ahead, and I am sending so much love and light to all. Stay tuned because, can you hear me on Instagram? Stay tuned into the levels of this energy pathway and stay tuned and see what's really happening for you. Okay? Sending you so much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.